Alright guys, welcome back to my video. This video is a little bit different. Most of my videos are like face-to-face, solo, talking about my personal finances. But this video, I invited my cousin here because I think he has a lot to share regarding my content. My content is sort of personal finance. But anyway, so this guy didn't go to college and recently just got promoted in his sales gig. Never got a real job in his life.
Yeah. I worked at Snow Cone Stand.
Okay, Snow Cone Stand. Okay.
Yeah, one summer back in high school.
That's about it. Yeah, basically never held a real job.
Yeah, but I never had a real job.
Yeah, and then potentially this year in 2020, you'll probably surpass my corporate income of 70 grand.
Yeah, most likely.
That's crazy. Like, think about that, guys. So, like, I went to college, got a bachelor's degree, got a master's degree, spent 5 years, mostly partying, but spent 5 years, you know, and then right now, to this point in my life, I'm still making 70.
Yeah.
And this guy right here, second year in his sales gig, second year, right?
Yeah.
And about to surpass my corporate salary. So, you know what? Enough of me talking. Hey, let's start from like the very beginning of how I even got you into sales. Hey, whenever I first recruited you, okay, back then I first recruited you, right? But it wasn't the same part because like yours is direct sales.
Yeah. So
right. Start from the beginning.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty funny because I don't really think about it that much. But before I even got into what sales I'm in now, he actually recruited me into an MLM. And I mean, I'm not against MLMs or anything, but I just don't think there's much structure there, and so I was in it for a few months or whatever, and then another one of my cousins actually introduced me to another direct sales company, which is single level direct sales. And then it's funny because I was like really thinking of doing it, but he was opening up an office in Mississippi, about 6-7 hours where I'm from in Texas, and I was like, well, if I go, like, I'm gonna move there and like work with him. And then I actually called you. I was driving home, and I was like, let me call Franz, and I asked him, asked you what you thought, and asked you if you think I should move to Mississippi and do it. And Franz like, yeah, go for it, you know, pull the trigger. Like, you might as well, you know, you're young. It's like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You don't like it, you can move back to Texas, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, for sure. So I did it. Fast forward a year later, and here I am. I'm running my own district office now with the company, and you know, being able to manage representatives and train representatives. Have accounted for, you know, over $500,000 worth of sales so far, and personally sold under 60 grand. So
you personally sold 60 grand in personal sales?
Yeah, personal sales.
Dang.
Yeah.
And your team has sold $500,000.
Yeah, in Hattiesburg. Yeah. Gosh. So I just opened up my district office. We've been open for, I guess today will be mark exactly 2 weeks since I've been open, and I guess we're like right under 30 grand so far.
Right under 30 grand.
Yeah, my team is. Yeah.
Wow. So it tells us about your promotion as to district manager. So back then, like, you were an AM, right?
Yeah. So before I was a district manager, I was actually the sales manager for the office in Mississippi, in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And so, you know, personally selling 60 grand like isn't much at all. For a full year, it's really not much at all. But that's because I was doing it around being a sales manager. So, you know, I would personally sell, but
no, bro, that's actually a lot. If you think about it, like, you know, back in network marketing, if you personally sell 60 grand in network marketing, you're considered God mode.
Yeah.
And you're saying that's not a lot at all?
No, so
personal sales.
So it's really not that much. You know, there are people there are people. One of my good friends actually, her name's Emily. She's actually sold close to 90 grand.
90 grand.
Yeah, in her first year being open. So I mean, she's like right under 100 grand.
Okay.
But the thing for me is that I only sold during like competition periods where we have like during sales competitions is the only time I sold. So I really only sold for like out of that whole time I really only sold for about a month. So we have these sales competitions that last about 2 weeks long, and I've had 3 of them. So out of my 60 grand that I sold, in those, I guess, 6 weeks of doing of our sales competitions, I sold in those 6 weeks maybe like 35-40 grand of it was in 6 weeks.
Dang, in just a crunch 6 weeks.
Yeah, and then the other part was just around working in the office. So I just do some stuff here and there for it, but it was mostly just during our sales competitions.
Okay. So you basically started from the bottom, sales rep, got promoted to assistant manager where you get a little bit of commissions from your team, and then now you're a district manager, right?
Yep.
So tell us about that promotion.
Yeah, for sure. So it's really exciting. I'm loving being a DM so far. I mean, I literally, my phone just starts ringing and I'm making money and I'm sitting here in San Antonio just having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, so it's awesome. It's awesome lifestyle. And I love it because I'm my own boss, you know, and I can really do whatever I want. And so it's awesome, you know, and obviously the financial opportunity is amazing. I'm fairly young and being able to make what I make is, you know, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, but you know, the biggest thing about it for me especially is like just being able to work with a lot of young professionals and a lot of young adults and help develop them to not just be, you know, great representatives in the company, but to help them pursue whatever they want to pursue afterwards in life. Because I truly believe that sales skills is so important and that's applicable in any field, whatever you go into. And so, you know, this is something that, you know, helps a lot of young adults separate them from their peers. You know, it really helps set them apart and really helps them stand out. You know, I've had one representative that started with me literally 2 weeks ago, and just, you know, selling like part time, doing work here and there. She's already been able to sell right at $15,000 in 2 weeks, and so, you know, you can imagine like what that looks like on your resume, right?
Yeah.
And she's also won a President's Club letter, which is a letter of recommendation from the CEO of the company. So, you know, being able to put that on her resume, I mean, she's in college right now. When she graduates, like, you know,
Yeah.
and she wants to go into sales. So, I mean, what sales company is going to say no to her, right?
Yeah.
If she continues to work with me, right?
Dude, you know what's crazy? Like, man, y'all's selling structure is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can turn someone that doesn't know anything, and then they sell like $1,000 or $2,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember, you know, back then when I used to be selling and stuff, back in college, man, it was hard. It's hard to sell, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not selling is
marketing.
selling. It's not an art; it's a science. You know, it's a science. So, you know, once you understand it, it's pretty simple.
Literally, I woke up this morning, you know, like we woke up this morning, and then like I just saw Drake on 2 or 3 phone calls,
Yeah.
closing deals.
Yeah. So, I mean, this morning, you know, it's about to be 12 o'clock. We've already sold a couple grand this morning. So, you know, being
Yeah.
able just to wake up on a Sunday afternoon and like answer my phone and just, you know, close a couple grand like that. I mean, it's a ton of fun.
To wrap it up, though, let's say I wanted to join you. How can I join your team if I did?
Yeah, absolutely. So you would have to go through the application process, through the interview process, which, you know, right now I take care of all. I make all the decisions within that, and so obviously, you know, I
Yeah.
can hook you up.
Explain to them like how cool it is. Like, whereas like a typical like MLM,
Yeah.
like you don't get paid, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So if you were to start with me, then I would train you, okay?
Yeah.
And once you go through training, then you'll be good to go to start making money and, you know, just making sales or whatever. But the great thing about this is that that you get paid, unlike an MLM, right? You get paid whether or not you make a sale, right? Obviously, MLMs, you don't get paid for doing that, right?
Making a sale, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then also, not only that, but, you know, like an MLM where there's like a startup fee where you have to like, you know,
A starter pack.
Yeah, they get like a starter pack or whatever. Yeah. So like here, obviously, you don't have to do
I
that.
don't have to buy a knife set.
No. Yeah. So you don't have to buy anything. So it's not like a cost you anything to start. So like I said, you go through training, then you're going to make money, right? You could do 10 appointments, and even if you sell $0, you still get at least $180.
Yeah. So you guys pay $18 per appointment, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome. And then like you have people on your team that don't have like knife set, and they've sold like what $10,000 not $10,000, like $2,000 in sales.
Well, so right now everything is virtual. It's done online, so you don't really need it because all the tools you need is going to be on the website. I mean, it's really simple. All you do is show the customer a slideshow basically of like videos and pictures.
Yeah.
Right. But normally, if we all were in person, then we would actually loan you a sample kit completely for free.
For free?
Yeah,
No way.
So we actually loan you like $500 worth
Yeah.
of stuff completely for free. And then what happens is if whenever they quit the company or whatever, or if they ever something ever happens, or if they go back to school or whatever, then they just have to return it.
Golly, dude, I like the structure, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Dude,
what
I
I
like
love.
the structure a lot, man.
Yeah, the structure of the company is pretty amazing. You know,
Okay, I do have one last question though. Why is it always young bucks that like join this company? Why are there not a lot of like 30 and 40-year-olds?
Yeah, so I mean, we do have a lot of people that are older that do it. However, our target recruiting market is mostly college students, just because we offer a bunch of scholarships for them. And again, you know, my goal for being an entrepreneur and being a DM is to just have a positive impact on people's lives. And so college students are the easiest for me to work with because I can, like I said, help build their resume and get experience, help them get experience, right? Because my main goal is to do, like I said, you know, when these kids do graduate, to help set them apart from their peers and for them to be able to get whatever job that they want, you know?
That's awesome.
But of course, you know, like I said, we do have, I mean, there are people that are a lot older that are working with us. I have 2 representatives on my team that are both over the age of 50 right now.
Nice.
Right? So they're in their prime, right? I love them.
Okay.
So yeah, and there's a bunch of career opportunities and career paths as well that people go through. So, but it's completely, I mean, we're just the #1 employer of college students, so that's just like our target market.
That is awesome. Well, you know, I wish you the best of luck. You know, hopefully you hit that 6-figure mark eventually. 2021, I believe you can hit the 6-figure mark.
Yeah, so yeah, for sure. I think
2021.
my goal is to obviously hit it this year, but we'll see. This is something that I always tell my people right before we go into training. You know, I always tell them like, hey, you know, I'm 100% committed to my team. Like, I want all of them to succeed, right? Because the thing is, so a couple of statistics, right? 70%, and you can fact check this. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but last time I checked, and I'm not sure, I forgot the source, but 70% of college students graduate with debt. Okay, and the average debt a college student graduates with is over $30,000. Alright, and then it takes, on average, over 21 years to pay it off.
Yeah.
Think about
crazy,
that.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to college, that means on average you're going to be in debt for the next 21 years of your life.
Yeah.
On average, right? And like people, well, I've young adults don't think about is like what that does to your credit, you know? Like, for example, me, again, I'm fairly young, right? But I'm planning to buy my first property at the end of this year. You know, I just got a credit card, right? I'm building my credit, right? I have a pretty decent credit score. And so, you know, I'm doing that because I want to be able to invest in properties, invest in different assets, right? But a lot of people in college, like, they don't even think about that, and they're like tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and their credit score is going to be terrible. You know, and it's going to be hard for them not just to buy assets, but to get a car, you know, and to do all this other stuff that you have to do. So it's, you know, it's a lot of things that people don't think about. And that's something else I like to talk to my team about. You know, I don't keep it just within the company, but I want them to be able to grow outside of the company as well. So
cool. Hey, thanks for doing the interview with me.
Yeah,
it's kind of a
absolutely.
different type of content because most of my content is personal finance, not sharing finances.
yeah.
You know, but hey, pretty cool. You know, I don't mind doing these interviews. Eventually, like once I get big, we'll probably have a better interview setup. This is definitely.
I like the balcony though, balcony conversations, right?
If any of you guys have made it to the end of this video, man, you guys are true fans. You know, like this video, helps me in the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to my channel, please, if you haven't already. Try and hit that partnership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
YouTube partnership.
Help this guy out, man.
Yeah, help me out.
So.
You know, because
He's been working hard.
Yeah, I'm getting a few subscribers like here and there, but like, man, I still have a long ways to go. So you guys, please help me out.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
So
right.
thank y'all so much for watching.
Thanks for watching. See you at the next video.